What is a role model? Is it someone that can create ballads challenging the very fabric of society to a young generation, such as the Beatles or Bob Dylan? Or could it be someone who gets attention from a single phrase? Catch me outside, how about that? Such as Daniela Brigioli, who has become a celebrity with millions of followers on social media. For me, I have always been conflicted on what people to look up to and to follow, especially in today's world. I have found it particularly challenging to find role models that are not entertainers in some form. Think about it. People are obsessed with celebrities. From everything from the news we read in the morning to our Instagram feeds at night, celebrities have infiltrated our society by making everything they do our headlines. With this in mind, I have to ask, why is Donald Trump the President of the United States of America? Why do people give legitimate political power to people such as Arnold Schwarzenegger or Manny Pacquiao? Celebrities are not only restricted to Hollywood and the media, they affect our lives as citizens as well. And if we trust them to hand them the keys of their city, we might as well understand why they have this influence and how we are blinded by the fame of others. With celebrities dominating the social media scene and having large amounts of fans, it is a perfectly valid question to ask why. What do they have that you or I don't? The answer is simple. There isn't any difference. Celebrities have no noticeable physical or mental advantage over any normal people. They just have traits that people want. Our obsession with celebrities shows a deeply rooted evolutionary trigger that affects us even today. People tend to follow or admire people they think they have prestige. This is resulting from years of evolutionary development, where people who carried valuable social skills often gained the admiration of the general populace. This can be traced back to social dominance rituals in the animal world that determine an alpha male. As Jane Goodall put during the 2016 presidential debates, in many ways, the performances of Donald Trump reminded me of male chimpanzees and their dominance rituals. The idea of a primal alpha male has simply transferred into a modern-day social one, without respect and reverence transferring to celebrities. One of the earliest examples of celebrity worship can be traced back to ancient Greece, where people would demolish city walls in order to let Olympic champions pass. Celebrities are respected for the traits that they have, such as wealth or power. And with today's social media-based culture and society, it's no wonder why we have more people to follow and emulate. In a study completed out of Leicester City University by Dr. Maltby, it was found that 24% of the study group, comprised of 3,000 people, were affected by celebrities in some form, with 1% having obsessional tendencies. Another interesting correlation found was the relationship between 14 to 16-year-old girls' intense personal celebrity worship and body image. Teenage girls who identified with celebrities also had a much poorer body image compared to other groups studied. With that in mind, you might think, but that doesn't affect me. But the image celebrities bring is ingrained in almost every person who votes every year. In 1960, the first presidential debate to be broadcast on television took place between Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy. According to Kayla Webley of the Time magazine, Kennedy wasn't expected to win. He was young, Catholic, and facing the incumbent Vice President Richard Nixon. Now, most people that were listening to it on the radio would say that Nixon had won, or the debate was a draw. But, being the first televised debate, Kennedy overwhelmingly won due to his image. He had applied makeup while Nixon had a 5 o'clock shadow and looked uncomfortable. This display of image changed the way politics in the USA have worked since. Now, when choosing a candidate for president, all parties have to consider what their candidate looks like before considering their policies, because the face of the idea is more appealing than what they actually have to say. The image that parties present is more important than the ideals they are comprised of. This is a scary reality that has affected many presidential elections and any sort of nationalized debate. As the CEO of the American Health Policy Institute, Tevi Choi recognized, there is an obvious political advantage for the president or candidate who not only has his finger on the pulse of culture, but who can manipulate it through the gravitational pull of his own charm and charisma. He also says that throughout our history, it has been more important to Americans for our president to have a common touch than to be well-read or well-educated. Celebrities can often use their careers to jumpstart into politics, already having the fame that other politicians had to build using their ideas. This situation has alarmed many members of society, and that is why global networks such as the Biography Channel have decided to publicize this by trying to inform us. At every level of government, there are actors who have used their charisma, good looks, and personalities to get the policies they support enacted. If we acknowledge this and understand this significance for the present and the future, cases of unqualified celebrities winning office would be less common, and governments would be stronger and well-grounded. Donald Trump never had any political experience of any kind, but used his experience as a celebrity to achieve the presidency. With intensive and constant media spotlight, Trump was able to use his status as a celebrity to achieve the presidency, defeating Hillary Clinton, who is a veteran politician. Trump was literally able to say whatever he wanted, no matter how scandalous or inflammatory, and still managed to achieve the greatest and most respected job in America. Trump won on his fame and his nationalistic ideals. In essence, what stops any other unqualified and quite possibly dangerous celebrity to achieve positions of power in our government? With the advent of the social media age, celebrities have never been more easily available to influence us using a variety of platforms and mediums. Almost every legitimate media source caters to celebrity entertainment, not to mention social media. Out of a survey taken at TEDxColegioBolivar, 84% of people follow celebrities on social media. People here spend around 2 hours and 23 minutes on social media, 23 minutes higher than the average social media user. Out of all the people we interviewed, only 17% followed political figures that are considered celebrities. One surprising statistic that was pulled out was the influence celebrities have on kids. About 58% of teens in Bolivar believe they are influenced or share the same thoughts as the celebrities that they follow. One way to solve this problem is to simply stay off social media or limiting your time on it. One special aspect of humanity is our ability to create, innovate, and to be unique. Now, we might be evolutionarily programmed to follow others, but changing that can have a refreshing effect. After unfollowing everybody I didn't personally know on Instagram and Snapchat, I found that my usage on those platforms cut down by almost half an hour almost every day. I was looking at people that I knew and could relate to, not some famous person I had no connection with. The surging issue of how easy it is for inexperienced celebrities to access governmental control of a nation is something that should be concerning absolutely everybody. Be aware, stay informed, and create discussions that help you stay who you are and support your ideas. Celebrities influence us in almost every aspect of our lives, from politics to the way you dress. It is hard to shield yourself from celebrity influence, but in doing so, you stay aware of what has the power to affect your choices and how you can spread this idea to other people. This is the age of entertainment, full of 5 minutes of famers and Donald Trumps, where everything is instant and finite at the same time. Image is everything in today's world, and the way you perceive things makes all the difference.